Hey guys, DJ Urbanovsky with American Kami Custom Blades out of Omaha, Nebraska, and this is the updated safety and carry video for my knives. Now, while today we are going to be focusing on my mid-tech knives, the following information does also apply to my full custom blades as well, if they do contain the feature set that you'll see on these knives here that we're going to cover. So, just something for you to be cognizant of. First thing that we're going to talk about is safety with the knives themselves. We'll move on to sheath safety, and then we will move on to my preferred carry method. So let's get right down to it. If, as on the new Harpoon Tanto mid-tech, your knife comes equipped with a choil between your cutting edge and your guard, you can go ahead and disregard this first bit of safety information on the knives themselves. If, however, like the new Super Colubris, aka the FYC, your knife does not have a choil here between your cutting edge and your guard, that means that the heel of the blade is likely sharp. It is fully sharp, out of the shop, out of the box. And this can be problematic for some people. If you choke up hard on the knife handle, you'll notice your index finger comes in contact with that tooth that's formed here at the heel of the blade. It is sharp and it will give you a nasty bite. So it's something that you need to be aware of. I like them that way. I like to carry them that way, so that's how I ship them out. If this is a problem for you, or you're not comfortable carrying a knife like that, it is a quick couple of minutes work with a Dremel tool, with a sanding drum on low speed, or with a stone, or whatever your preferred sharpening method is that you have in-house, to go ahead and dull that tooth down. You can dull it back as far as you want, you know, 1/4 inch is enough, and then you break that corner right there. And that way, when the knife is breaking out of the sheath, you no longer get nipped here on your finger. So, like I said, this tooth here at the heel of the blade, it is fully sharp if there is no choil here. So, be aware of that. Important safety consideration. Don't want anybody getting injured. And like I said, very easy to fix. We'll move on to sheaths now. This is the standard Kydex low-profile taco sheath that's shipping with pretty much all of my knives now. Got our paracord attachment point here, and then our adjuster with our cord lock right here. Safety consideration with this sheath is that for ease of deployment and also the proper amount of retention, we don't have a grommet set here at the mouth of the sheath. What that means is that when you're deploying the knife, the tip of the blade, when you're really breaking it free and whipping it out, can traverse the mouth of the sheath here. And if you're doing the bad thing that I mentioned in previous video, where you're ham-handing this thing, you're wrapping your fist all the way around the sheath, which, like I said, I advocate never do this. This is a very bad idea. If you happen to have that up at the mouth of the sheath and the tip of the knife happens to traverse that area, I can guarantee you you're going to take a trip to the emergency room. So that is part of the reason why we have this lanyard system on the knife, the other being the carry setup. For safety, what we want to do is pass our hand through this lanyard if the knife isn't attached to us or anything else, and then we'll just wrap that around our hand, and now we've got the tip of the sheath. You'll notice now there is no way that this hand is going to move all the way up here to the mouth of the sheath and our index finger get cut. It's going to be down here by the tip of the sheath where we're safe. And this is how I like to have people sheath and unsheath these knives. So we go ahead and get that sucker into the sheath right there. You'll notice once again, nowhere near the mouth of the sheath. We're very safe when we're addressing the knife. Again, because of that sharpened heel there at the blade, what we want to do is, like with the original Colubris, we want to index this memory bump here that goes between our middle finger and our ring finger like this. And when the knife breaks out of the sheath like that, again, nowhere near the mouth of the sheath, so we're safe with this hand. You'll notice that this indexes well clear of this tooth here. So we're totally safe right there, and that also gets us very close to the neutral balance point of the knife. That's pretty bad. There you go. You can see right there. We're very close to neutrally balanced, even though that this is a big blade. So that's how we want to sheath and unsheath the knife for safety. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to our carry option. We take this cord here, and we're going to pass this behind our belt so that we have the loop sticking out. and we're going to pass it on this side of our belt loop. And what's going to happen is when we tug on that belt loop and the belt and that cord snugged up is going to provide a brake that's going to arrest the forward momentum of the sheath, and the knife's going to break out of the sheath and it'll be deployed and ready to go. So we got this loop right here. We'll go ahead and pass our knife through that and go ahead and snug it up so it's not going anywhere. And then we've got our adjustment tab right here. We're going to pull that until we think we've got it right about where we want it to ride. I want it to ride right about there. We'll take up a little bit of that slack. And then we'll go ahead and slide our cord lock down. That's going to lock everything together like that. And then this excess cord, you can, if it's too much, you can trim some off and re-knot it, or I just tuck it in my pants. And then the knife itself just tucks right in like that. And like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm not like a super huge guy. You'll notice that the knife really doesn't print at all. This is a 6-inch blade. It's going to print a little bit right here, but 6-inch blade, what do you want? And then to deploy the knife, all you do is just grab your shirt, index the knife. We've got our memory bumps right there. The knife comes out. Index finger is well clear back because we indexed it properly, and just practice that slow. You get comfortable with it, and the knife's out and ready for action. And then to resheath, we just grab the tip of our sheath here. It's still attached to us. We do this outside of our pants, like I mentioned in the previous video, and tuck it back in. Put your shirt back over it, you're done. And that's it. That's safety on the new Calibra series mid-tech knives, on my full custom knives as far as the blades go, with our sharpened blade heel, sheath safety, and preferred carry method, deployment, and resheathing of the knives. And that's it. Again, I'm DJ Urbanovsky, American Kami Custom Blades, Omaha, Nebraska. Thanks for your support, guys. Stay safe, America.